Welcome to today's numeracy lesson. Today's lesson is about how to solve word problems. Many of you had requested more support on this, and I can understand why, because it's the trickiest part of numeracy, because you're essentially combining literacy and numeracy, as you have to be able to read the problem and understand what it's asking you, as well as then being able to solve it using your number skills. So the first thing I'm going to start with to help you with that is to think about the different words that may crop up in a word problem. So first of all, let's all think of our operations. What 4 operations can we use in numeracy? So we can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now, there are certain vocabulary that indicates what operation you have to use. So, for example, if we need to add, it might say find the sum of, or find the total. Both of those words mean that you're going to have to add. For subtraction, it might say find the difference. You have to find the difference between 2 different things, then you're going to have to subtract them. And for multiplication, it might say groups of. And for division, it might say share or equal groups. So to put things into equal groups. So all of this vocabulary can help us a wee bit to figure out what's going on in the word problem. So if you see these words, then you'll know if you see find the total or find the sum of, then you have to add. If you see find the difference between the temperature yesterday and the temperature today, then you know you're going to have to subtract, for example. If it says there are 3 groups of 4 pigs in the farm, how many are there all together, then you know you need to multiply. If it says put these biscuits into equal groups of 4, then you know you need to divide them, or if it says share. So that helps us a little bit with solving word problems. But we can't just use that, okay? That's not going to always help us entirely, but it helps us a little bit. What's going to help us the most is being able to visualise what's actually happening in a word problem. And the reason word problems are so important is because it reflects on how to use maths in real life. Now, I have to admit, a lot of the worksheets and the things you see in textbooks, and I will show you some today, don't reflect real life. Sometimes they make me laugh, but it does help us think about how to solve them. So here's an example. We're just going to look at number 1. 1 pencil weighs 10 grams. How much do 2 pencils weigh? Now, firstly, I don't know when you would ever want to weigh pencils. It's not really something that I've ever came across in life. So I'm going to show you how to use it, and then I'll show you how it might crop up in real life. So, the best way to solve word problems is to draw. So if we were to draw a pencil, and we say that equals 10 grams, now I'm going to draw some scales here. Okay, so there's a pencil, believe it or not. So that weighs 10 grams. And it's saying how much do 2 pencils weigh? So let's put another pencil on the scale, because this is what would happen if we did it in real life, okay? So there's 2 pencils, both at 10 grams. So what number is going to be on the scale? Well, 10 plus 10 is 20 grams. So that's how the drawing helped us visualise it. Now, I know some of you will be able to read that and think, right, 20 grams. okay? But you may come across problems where you can't solve it straight away, and that's when you need to be able to draw or use concrete resources. So if you had 2 pencils, you could write 10 next to them and do the same thing, so you've actually got it in front of you. But as I said, it's very unlikely you're going to need to know how much 2 pencils weigh. It is very unlikely. But let's put it into a real life context. Let's say you were going on holiday. I know that sounds very strange, doesn't it? But one day you will be going on holiday, I'm sure. So let's say you're going on holiday, and usually the limit for your suitcase is... Just going to draw a wee handle. Oh, Miss Taylor, that does not look like a suitcase at all. Right. Okay, I'll just put little wheels and then I'll just put a little handle. There we go. Right, that's a suitcase. Just use your imagination on that one. So the limit on your suitcase you're allowed to have is 20 grams, let's say, right? Usually 20 kilograms, sorry. Usually you're allowed 20 kilograms on some airlines. So we're allowed 20 kilograms, right? And let's say as a family, you're allowed, let's say 90 kilograms, okay? If you've got a family of 4 and this one weighs 20 kilograms and this one weighs 10 kilograms, this person's travelling lighter. This one weighs 15 kilograms and this one weighs let's say 25 kilograms. Okay, so this could potentially be a real life problem. So your family going to the airport, and here's the sizes of the weight of your suitcases, and the airline asks you how much does your luggage weigh altogether, because your allowance is 90 kilograms. Just want to check that you have that allowance. So we need to add up how much all of these weigh. So we've got 20 plus 10 plus 15 plus 25. Okay, if we use column method to work that out, 0 plus 0 plus 5 plus 5, that's 10. We'd carry over our 10. 20 plus 10 is 30, plus 10 is 40, plus 20 is 60. Then we've got our other 10 that we carried over, so the answer would be 70 kilograms. That's how much this family suitcases weigh altogether. So yes, they're absolutely fine. They can travel because they are under the 90 kilogram limit. Okay, so there's a slight more real life example of how you could use word problems in real life. Let's have a look at another one. I'm going to choose number 5. If you had a packet of pasta that weighed 20 grams and you ate 6 grams of it, how much pasta would you have left? Well, let's draw out this one. So we'll draw some scales again. Okay, so you have some pasta that weighed 20 grams. I'm just going to put it in the packet. Okay, some pasta, and that's 20 grams. Now you have eaten 6 grams of it. So that's gone. Okay, so if something's been taken away, then that must be subtraction. So you're taking away 6 grams of the pasta. So that was 20 grams, and if we take away 6 grams on our new scale, there's going to be how much? 14 grams. Okay, so that would be our answer. And let's do one more from this one. If you had a packet of crisps that weighed 15 grams and you gave 7 grams away to a friend, what weight of crisps would you have left? Again, honestly, some of these word problems, I don't know why you would ever need to do that. Don't know why you'd ever need to do that. So let me think of an example in real life. Okay, so let's say we had a dog, okay? And the dog, this is where you really see Miss Taylor's terrible drawing. That looks more like a rhino or something. But anyway, this is apparently a dog. Okay, you wouldn't believe that my parents are artists, would you? Right, so let's say that you had a dog, okay, and it went to the vet. And the vet said, your dog is, if it was on the scales, and the vet said, your dog is 60 kilograms. And that is way too heavy for a dog. It needs to go on a diet, okay? And you said to the vet, what is a healthy weight that I should get it to? And the vet might say, ideally, for your size, for your type of dog, it should be weighing, let's say, 45 kilograms. Okay? So if we were to put this into a real life question then, because this could happen, you'd need to then work out how much does your dog need to lose? How much weight does your dog need to lose? And that's when, remember, if we're losing something, something's being removed, then we're going to have to subtract. So the ideal weight for your dog we're hoping to get to this one. Oh, this is even worse. Oh, right, I'm going to put his face this way. Okay, so the ideal weight for your dog would be, you do 60 kilograms, take away 45 kilograms, which leaves us with 15 kilograms. So the dog has to lose 15 kilograms. So they were some addition and subtraction word problems. Let's now have a look at some multiplication and division problems. So we're going to have a little look at this one. So class 10 had a box of 19 books inside. The teacher wanted to share them between 6 children. How many books did each child have? Were there any left over? And if so, how many? So if we were to draw 19 books, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, there's 19 books. Yeah? The teacher wanted to share them between 6 children. Okay? So here are our 6 children. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if we're sharing, if we go back to our vocabulary, what do you think we're going to have to do? We're going to have to divide, because we're sharing the books. Okay? So remember, we're sharing, they need to do it equally, which is why it asks how many would they have left over. So I'm going to give 3 books to this guy, 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 and 3 books to this guy. So they all get 3 each. How many's left over? 1. So they would get 3 books each. Oh, let me draw. each, with 1 remaining. Okay? And that isn't too far off a real life problem. I've often had to do that when I buy things for the class and share them. I need to work out how many I'll have enough for each person in the class and if I have any left over. So I'm happy with that being a real life problem. Now I have uploaded worksheets for you guys to do. So what I've done to help you with that is I've screenshotted a question from each level, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do one from each level. So one of the questions on your worksheet I will already have done for you. So this one is from the mild worksheet. So on a wet day, the teacher finds 22 wellies. How many children will be able to wear one on each foot? Okay, so there's 22 wellies. How many children will be able to wear one on each foot? Well, obviously, how many feet do we have? We have 2 feet. Okay, so if there's 22 wellies, and that would take a while for me to draw. But if you think about that, well, obviously each person needs 2, okay? So we could half 22, we can divide 22 by 2. How many 2s are in fact, I'm not going to show you it that way. I won't show you that way. There's 22 of the wellies. Okay? And obviously one person needs 2 wellies because they have 2 feet. So that means that we need to half this number in order to divide it by 2 to find out how many children can wear the wellies. So we know that half of 2 is 1, so half of 20 is 10, and half of 2 is 1. So it would be 11 children could wear the wellies. Okay, so you can visualise that by thinking about, well, one person needs 2 of them. And there's 22, so it must be 11 children can therefore wear the wellies. Okay, let's now have a look at this one. If I save £21 in 1 week, saving an equal amount each day, how much money do I save each day? So we want to think about, well, it's £21 in 1 week. Okay, now if wanted to know, save an equal amount each day. Now this is another strategy that can really work, is highlighting the information that is important. So 1 week we know is 7 days, yeah? So if I save £21 in 1 week, saving an equal amount each day, how much do we save each day? So we could go to the extent of saying, well, there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 7 days. And in total, make £21. So we could use our strategy. Let's say this was a pot for each day. So there's 7 pots. Why is that one not doing that thing? There's 7 pots. It's going to annoy me. There's 7 pots for each day. Let's say they put the money into each pot each. It's not like me today, is it? Just leaving that. Right, there's 7 pots for each day, okay? And, oh, what am I doing? Where's Taylor? Won't let me. Right, didn't need that extra one. Miscounted there. Right, so there's 7 pots, 1 pot for each day. So we're going to put in, I'm going to share the 21 to work it out. So £1, £2, £3, £4, £5, £6, £7, £8, £9, £10, £11, £12, £13, £14, £15, £16, £17, £18, £19, £20, £21. So how many pounds did we put into the pot each day? We put in £3. Okay, so it'd be £3 on Monday, £3 on Tuesday, £3 on Wednesday, £3 on Thursday, £3 Friday, £3 Saturday, and £3 Sunday. And that got you to a total of £21. Now, a quicker way of doing that is thinking, well, I was just sharing £21 between 7, which is 21 divided by 7 equals 3. And the last one I will go over. Trish, Karen and Layla share equally a packet of nuts. There are 21 nuts in the pack. How many nuts do they each get? First of all, we highlight 21 because that's how many nuts there are. And we have Trish, Karen and Layla. So that's 3 people. So we could give each person a packet that they're going to put them in. And we're sharing 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that could be Trish's, that could be Karen's, and that could be Layla's. So they each get 7 nuts each. Now, many of you may have made the connection, well, if 21 divided by 7 is 3, then 21 divided by 3 must equal 7, using your inverse there. So yes, that is a way, well, these are all ways that you can solve word problems. So I'm just going to do a little recap. So think about the vocabulary that's used in the word problem. If you see total or sum of, you're probably going to add, or you will be adding. If you see find the difference, you're subtracting. If it says groups of, you're multiplying. And if it says to put it into equal groups or to share, you are dividing. Another way is to draw. Drawing really, really helps you to visualise what is happening. And hopefully you're all better drawers. Oh, what's happened here? You're all better drawers than I am. But as long as you know what it is, okay? And another tip is to highlight the important information in the word problem. And especially for division problems, you can use the sharing technique that I showed you on Monday. So when you're completing your word problems, I would use a whiteboard to do your working, or a piece of paper, or you can use Draw on Class Notebook and just simply write your answers in the box here. And let me know how you get on.